that there is still a moratorium, right? I mean, the private sector could have taken its own interest in nuclear energy a long time ago if that moratorium wasn't instituted in the 90s or lifted at any point since then. I mean, if you're an AGL or an Origin or any other big energy producer in this country, why would you seriously think about a form of energy right now that is legally banned?
Yeah, the moratorium makes absolutely no sense. Of course you shouldn't ban these things, but it's the economic case. Again, all the countries that are investing in nuclear already have nuclear, they have the workforce, they have the expertise, and they don't have the option of giant-scale solar or giant-scale wind, which is what Australia does, because, again, it is an island continent. If any country was perfectly poised to be a wind and solar superpower, it is Australia. It's almost like it was designed off the...
But how do you feel about nuclear, of all our agriculture?
Yeah, I'm all for nuclear, but the problem, the issue with nuclear, and people are slicing and dicing the numbers, and again, we haven't seen exactly what the detail is going to be.
We've seen Albo's numbers
with Peter Dutton's plan.
Promised.
That was some pretty heroic modelling. But the costs as they have been presented simply don't stack up, and the time frame doesn't stack up. It will not be built and operational in time to bring down emissions to the targets that we need to supposedly meet to stop the temperature rising to a point where it's catastrophic.
We've got nuclear law experts saying whilst it is ambitious, it's feasible to get...
and again, I think we should lift the moratorium, absolutely. And again, if the market can find a wham-bam, thank-you-ma'am way to build a super-fast nuclear... And again, these small modular reactors... There are small modular reactors that people have been talking about, which I think will be the way to go, and that could be incredibly attractive. And you could use them and attach them to really power-intensive operations like smelters and things like that.
Which is why Labor should be careful not to be too negative about nuclear, because if someone does manage to figure out how to commercially make those things viable, then you're going to look...
But that was the immediate problem, is off the back of Dutton's initial suggestion, Labor sort of came out and crapped all over it.
And they did the three-eyed fish stuff. But I think you found that they've actually pulled back from that, and they're now hitting just the economics.
Thank God.
But the economics is not a fair case, because you have so many subsidies in the renewable sector that when people say, oh, put it to free market, see what the free market does with it, well, even that wouldn't make sense. If you had the sort of subsidies that renewables have got from the government in the nuclear sector, all businesses would be going for it.
While we're talking about...